Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here with you today. And today we are feeling into the full embodiment of who we get to be. Yeah. So in order to do that, what is the one thing that we can't live without? Like, can anybody think of, like, what is that one thing? Yay! we really are dependent moment by moment on our breath. And our breath is our inspiration. Through our inhalation, we are inspired. And it's through that gift of being the fullness, breathing in that life of who we be. That's how we get to be the fullest expression of ourselves in our own life and in the world. And that's exciting. That's exciting. So I want to take you through a little bit of a journey through your breath. And I'm actually going to utilize the letters that spell out breath to help us remember how to get back to our center point, which is our heart, our North Star, the soul of who we are. And so with B for breath, feel into, are there any beliefs, judgments, conclusions that hold you back from being you? What are the stories that come to mind about how you are not able to be in the fullness of who you get to be because of those stories? And those beliefs are what are keeping you back from being and having all of you. So, are you ready to be all of you? Woo. All right. Excellent. So then R is, how are we repressing ourselves? Because if we are not expressing ourselves, we're repressing and suppressing who we truly be. So with R, we also get to relax. We get to relax into that space, having space for grace for ourselves, for one another, for our world. And how do we get to relax? And actually, it's through our breath, through our breathing, and through our feeling. Because when we're repressing, we cannot be relaxed. When we're not fully feeling, we're holding back from having all that we get to be. So, with E, that brings expression. How are you not expressing yourself? And that is the gift that we get to be in our world. How many times have you held back from stating how you're feeling or even acknowledging it yourself? So allow yourself to be fully in acknowledgement of the gift of your expression of you. And remember, clear is kind. When we're doing and being and stating what is most loving for us, we are ultimately being and taking the most loving actions for everyone else in our lives. Sometimes we get a little scared. And so this is an opportunity to remind ourselves that taking the most loving action and being the fullest expression of who we get to be gives us all that we get to be. And we get to breathe in order to be that fullest expression. Appreciation. Appreciation for how strong you are, for everything that you have been through in your life. Everything that's brought you to this moment, the moments that took you to your knees, the moments that you didn't want to feel. And that's what our world is calling us to. It's calling us to acknowledge and appreciate where we've come from. Sometimes it wasn't the most ease-filled journey. Sometimes it was a very lonely journey. Sometimes it was a downright heartbreaking journey. And you get to acknowledge and appreciate it, because those moments, this moment, wherever you are, is perfect, because it does bring you back to being all that you get to be. T, tests and triggers. Tests and triggers. Can we celebrate tests and triggers? Yes. Yes, our tests and our triggers, they bring us back home. They bring us back to our heart when we allow it. And those triggers, they're only coming up as a reflection so that we can see ourselves more clearly and to recognize how we come out of alignment with our own heart, how we come out of alignment with our own being. So our tests and triggers, those are where magic happens. So feel them. Feel them, allow them, breathe into them, and allow them to move through you. It's not simply about letting go. It's about allowing space for whatever's meant to move through you, to feel it, to become all that you get to be. And H. H is for hesitate. We don't need to react to everything. We don't need to react to what's happening in our world. We get to hesitate and we get to feel, is it bringing up grief and heartbreak? Is it making us feel lonely? Then it's time to come back to our heart. Come back to being that most loving adult, that nurturing, kind, divine mother that sometimes wasn't present when we were growing up. Sometimes our parents may have reacted and not hesitated and caused us to believe things that were not true. And that's because they didn't have an instruction manual, the divine instruction manual of how to raise a child. No, we weren't given one of those, were we? My poor son, my wonderful son we get to celebrate all the ways that I've caused tests and triggers so that he can come back into alignment, right? We don't get to beat ourselves up. We've all made mistakes. And E. E is for ease. peace and enjoyment and excitement for life. Because we get to be excited about life, right? Yeah. Life is about finding the joy and the excitement and the pleasure and the passion for being you. And we get to do that by breathing into it. Breathing into the gift that you get to be by being centered. Being the center point, coming home to your heart. I want to share with you that my mission in this world is to leave a legacy of love. And to be the legacy of love, right? So in order to do that, my mission is to impact, to help 1 million people to come home to their heart, to breathe into that passion in life again. Because, in all honesty, women, we've been taught in order to succeed, we have to show up. We have to be under control. We need to take action. And unfortunately, men were taught that they constantly have to be in that control, and there isn't a lot of space for feelings. You need to stuff it down. You need to not express how you're actually feeling, that it's not okay to cry. So we've numbed out humanity. They don't want to feel. They are seeking connection, so a lot of times it hurts. So they turn to alcohol, they turn to drugs, they turn to pornography, they turn to shopping, they turn to food to fill up this void within the soul. And it's a void that can only be filled by you. Breathe. Oh my God, that's life. Your breath is your life. Let it all hang out. We've been taught to suck it in. No. Feel it. Feel your breath. So I want to take you through a little grounding exercise through your breath. So I'd like you to feel your feet on the floor. Imagine the connection from your feet going down, down, down into the earth. Feeling the crystalline core, all of that beautiful energy. Feeling yourself pulling that energy up through your body. Breathing it in, feeling your heart as the center point. And now, feeling that divine, fatherly energy, that beautiful gift of spirit, the universe, God, as I like to call God. Heaven out there, everywhere. Heaven within here. It's all a choice. It's a choice in our perspective of what we see. And pull that energy down through your crown, through your third eye, through your throat. Feeling the expression of the beautiful gift of your voice. Feeling it move down through your heart, and all of that nurturing, loving energy of the earth combining with that beautiful, loving, divine energy. And you are the center point. You are the center point of all of that love. Are you embracing it? How are you embracing it? So we're going to work at regulating our nervous system. We're going to start out with approximately 30 breaths. We're not going to count them. But we're going to breathe in and out through our mouth, placing your hand down on your belly so that you can feel that breath coming in, that fullest expression of you filling up. Keep breathing. And at the next top of the inhalation, I want you to take in the fullest breath that you can and hold it. And I want you to see clearly what is getting in your way. What are you not willing to feel? What are you not willing to receive? And go ahead and breathe when you need to. And now we're going to start breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. This will help regulate us. It's always good to come back to that regulation. What is it that you are calling into your body? What is it that you are ready to embody? Is it joy? Breathe into it. Is it love? Is it peace? And being that space of joy. And being present with all that you get to be. So I want to thank you all for you, being the light, being the love, being the presence that you be, being the joy. And even when you're not, just being you is what matters most. So thank you.
Yeah, Jacqueline! Woo-hoo! Wow! Watching this beautiful being shine as who she is. Ah, did you love that? I loved that. And it was so awesome because she was anchoring every word in all of this love, not rushing through it, but actually embodying it and bringing everyone into it. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! So amazing. Okay.